Before there was thunder, before Odin raised his spear, there was silence. And in that silence, the gods heard a whisper. It came not from the Norns nor from the well of fate. It came from the blood of Ymir, the first giant, spilled across creation like a shadow that would never fade. The whisper spoke one prophecy. From your blood, All-Father, shall rise one son, whose hunger for war will consume gods and men alike. When his name is spoken, the sky will bleed. Odin never told a soul. He locked the prophecy deep within his heart, and swore that no son of his would bear such a curse. But destiny does not kneel to kings. I end the 10th age of gods. As Thor rode to war and Loki sowed his tricks, the moon turned crimson, the blood eclipse. That night, Odin dreamed of the void again. He saw a child born of shadow and flame, a child screaming in silence, for even sound refused to touch him. He woke in fear, for Frigg, his queen, had vanished from their bed, and in the lower halls, beside the sacred fire, she was kneeling, covered in blood. In her arms, a newborn, eyes black as the night before creation. No cry, no breath, just stillness and heat, as if the flame itself had taken form. This was no mortal child, no ordinary god. He was born of the blood eclipse, a son the world was never meant to see. The All-Father spoke. He will not be named, for a name gives power, and this one has too much already. But Frigg defied him. She whispered a single word over the child's brow, a name lost to all tongues now, erased from the sagas, cut from every rune. Yet in that moment the torches dimmed. For the first time, the halls of Valhalla trembled, not from war but from fear. The flames bowed low, and Odin's ravens screamed that he tried to cast the child into the void. But Frigg stopped him. She wept and said, "Even a curse is still our blood. If you destroy him, the gods will bleed forever." Odin hesitated, and for that single heartbeat of mercy, the doom of Asgard began. Odin hid the child away, deep within Niflheim, where no mortal nor god dared tread. There the child grew in darkness. He had no teacher, no kin, no sunlight, only the voice of the frost, and the beating of his own heart, like a drum calling to war. He learned to hunt shadows, to speak to the wind, and to forge weapons from ice that never melted. He became strong, too strong. By the age of 10 winters, he had slain creatures that even the Valkyries feared to name. And yet, in his loneliness, he whispered to the void, "Why was I born? Who am I meant to fight?" But the void did not answer. Only his reflection did. And it smiled back with eyes darker than his own. On the night of the second blood eclipse, the child's rage awoke. The air thickened, the rivers froze solid, and the mountains cracked like glass. He felt something calling from beyond the veil. A voice older than Odin himself. "You are my heir," it whispered. "You are the flame that gods feared." In that moment the boy saw visions. Armies of the dead marching beneath red skies, gods falling like stars, and Odin, kneeling before him. He screamed for the first time. A scream so fierce it split the clouds above Asgard. Thor dropped his hammer. The Valkyries fell silent. And Odin whispered only one word, "He's awake." Odin gathered the gods. He told them of the child, the one even he could not name. Some demanded the boy be slain. Others begged mercy for he was kin. But Odin's voice shook as he said, "This son carries no love, no loyalty, only the hunger of war. If left alive, he will end us all." Loki smirked from the shadows. "Then perhaps he is your truest heir, All-Father." The room fell silent. Odin's one eye burned like the sun. But deep inside he knew Loki was right. For the boy was everything Odin once was, and everything he feared to become again. Odin sent one of his ravens to the boy, not to comfort but to watch. Yet when the raven returned, it carried something no god expected. Blood on its beak, and a whisper. He killed the watcher. Odin gripped his spear. Frigg begged him not to go. But he answered only, "If I do not face him now, the next time we meet will be at the end of all things." He rode Sleipnir into the darkness. Toward the sun he had forsaken, they faced each other across the wasteland, father and son, the god who ruled the sky, and the god the sky itself feared. Odin spoke softly, "You were never meant to exist." The boy tilted his head, unblinking. "Then why can I hear your thoughts?" Odin froze. The child smiled. The same cold smile Odin had seen in his dreams. No sword was raised. No blow struck. Yet the ground trembled, and the frost began to melt from the heat of their gaze. And in that silence Odin knew. The war of gods had already begun. The wind howled his name. The name Odin had tried to erase. A name the gods would soon remember in terror. But before the words could be spoken, lightning split the sky, and everything went dark. Thus began the legend of the son born of blood and silence. The god the world was never meant to remember.